Master the perfect ChatGPT prompt formula in seconds. I've been experimenting with prompt engineering for over a year now, and I've spent hundreds of hours seeking out the best strategies to get the most impressive results. Stay tuned because we're about to go over on how to get the most out of your AI and prompt engineer like a boss. Hi everyone, my name is Alfia Lindeberg and I'm an expert in AI for productivity. Learning how to prompt engineer is becoming a key skill with popularity growth of AI tools. And that is why today I want to share a prompt engineering technique that will guarantee best results. Stay tuned because I will share with you 7 steps to master prompt engineering and consistently generate the results you want when you're working with AI. Just a quick disclaimer before we move on. This video is made by my digital avatar, and if you want your own digital twin, please check my channel because I have a great video about it. So let's dive in. First, it's critical not only to know what the 7 components are: identity, context, job, examples, constraints, format, and tone, but also remember there is an order of importance of these 7 components. Depending on how much time you have to write this out, you can simply remember to copy and paste this list and fill in the details. So just go into comments and copy and paste the perfect 7-step prompt engineering formula. Act as a senior marketing consultant with experience in digital marketing strategies for tech startups. I'm the founder of a system as a service company that just launched a new project management tool. Give me a 30-day marketing plan to increase our user base by 20%. We have a limited budget and need to focus on organic growth. The first part is a persona, followed by context and then the task. The reason why persona and context are higher than the task is that if we just input the task without the context, there is still some sort of quality in the response. But if we just give ChatGPT the context, nothing will happen. Essentially, it's obligatory to have a task to be done in your prompt. You receive an even more better answer if you include a persona, so AI would understand the overall context on the situation. You can also include constraints, formats, and tone for even better results. So when you start writing your prompt, just follow this 7-step formula. This 7-step approach will enhance your prompt engineering skills by a lot. Just include relevant information so your AI is a ChatGPT or Claude, understands what you wanted to do. And now let's look more closely at each component of the 7-step formula. Let's start with the most important component, task. You always want to include the task in your prompt, something like generate, create, give. It's really important to define the task clearly. So the task can be, for example, give me a list of cost-cutting strategies for my small business, or something more complex like write me a detailed business plan for launching a marketing agency that specializes in social media campaigns and analyze competitors' strategies on LinkedIn to identify gaps in the market. Now, context. So think of this as a background for your tasks. The more details you provide, the better results you will get. This is true because AI can leverage its connections to find a lot of similarities. Now let's check out some more examples. So the main idea here is that by giving the prompt additional references, it can use chain of thinking to drastically improve the quality of the request we're making it to do. Let's start with an example related to strategic planning. Let's say you're preparing for a quarterly business review. You can ask ChatGPT to summarize key achievements using a structure recommended by business consultants. Implemented a strategy resulting in an outcome which contributed to a business objective. This method effectively highlights the strategic impacts of your actions, and I recommend it using in your executive summaries or presentations. So, for example, implemented a customer retention strategy resulting in a 20% increase in repeat purchases, which contributed to exceeding our quarterly revenue by 10%. For our next example, suppose you've built a successful e-commerce platform and are preparing for investor pitches. You might ask ChatGPT, based on my pitch deck, generate responses to the most challenging investor questions and use SPE, Situation Problem Evidence Framework. So you can use this approach to anticipate tough questions and refine your pitch. And one more example. Let's say you need to draft a project proposal. You'll want to give the AI an identity. So you could say, act as a senior project manager with expertise in digital transformation. Here's some background on the project and review an example of a similar proposal for structure. So if you go to Project Management Forum or a platform, there are plenty examples to find. So you can request the output to follow the same formatting and professional tone, saving you a significant amount of time. So as you can see from these examples, when you include detailed examples in your prompt, you can achieve dramatically better results. And now let's talk about personas. What you can actually do is to assign ChatGPT a personality, like who you want ChatGPT to be. And this might sound a bit strange, but it really delivers fantastic results. So think about experts in a specific industry. For example, if you want ChatGPT to write a LinkedIn post, you might say something like, act as a social media expert. Or if it is a code that you want to be checked, start a prompt with act as a senior developer. Our next component is constraints. And with constraints, we want to set some boundaries for ChatGPT. For example, summarize the financial report in under 200 words for a board meeting, or explain this complex market analysis in simple terms that a non-expert can understand, or something like draft this business proposal with a focus on cost efficiency, highlighting only the most critical data points. Another component of our 7-step formula is format. So you can ask ChatGPT to give you a result in a specific format. Let's say it can be a table, a graph, an image, or a Python code snippet. So make sure you specify format if you have specific needs. Otherwise, you can just skip it. And our final component is tone. You can ask ChatGPT to set a specific tone for the output. For example, if you are drafting a client proposal, you might want it to be persuasive and professional. Or if you are preparing for an internal announcement, you might want it to be clear and motivational. And one tip here is to explain to ChatGPT the specific tone and feeling you're aiming for. For example, I'm writing a follow-up email to a potential client after our initial meeting. I want to come across as confident and proactive, emphasizing our ability to deliver results while maintaining a collaborative and approachable tone. And now let's put all these components together and generate a strong prompt that will give us the highest level of results. We will start with a persona. Act as a seasoned business consultant with expertise in scaling small to mid-sized companies. Now let's add some context. In the current economic climate, many small businesses are struggling to scale efficiency. As a business consultant, you have the opportunity to create a detailed growth plan that can help these companies expand their operations, increase their market share, and optimize their profitability. Now we will continue with the task. Generate a comprehensive 12-month growth strategy plan for a small retail business. The plan should include key initiatives, timelines, resources needed, and metrics for success. Focus on areas such as market expansion, customer acquisition, operational efficiency, and digital transformation. Now let's add an example. Some potential initiatives to include expanding our new geographical markets, launching a targeted digital marketing campaign, optimizing supply chain management, enhancing customer experience through technology, and building strategic partnerships. And the constraint. Each initiative should be explained in detail with a clear timeline, key milestones, and required resources. Additionally, include a risk assessment for each initiative with mitigation strategies. And we will specify format: initiative title, followed by a brief description, key objective, timeline with the milestones, required resources, and assessment. And now let's look at the results. Oh, beautiful! So as you can see, we get a fantastic growth strategy plan, and it includes all the sections and all our requests. So ChatGPT saved us time and delivered the best results. And just like that, you learned the basics of prompt engineering. Now go ahead and save this formula, write a prompt, and share your experience in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. I'm posting a lot of videos about AI and efficiency. See you in the next one.